Holy crap. Square Enix. Square Enix. The best conference of E3. I'm not saying that sarcastically. I was having so much fun watching this conference. I was laughing. So, Square Enix keeps up the tradition of just announcing things. They like to announce things. They never really like to release anything. So, we had a bunch of things. We had the... so, at Sony's press conference, we saw the trailer, right, for Final Fantasy VII Remastered, right? It's never going to come out, of course, and if it does, it's going to come out years from now. Because, again, Square Enix loves to announce things and not make things, but... Actually, let's actually break down the 3 things that they've done at this conference really quick. First thing is, and this is what they've done in almost every conference, so focus on mobile games, so putting franchises on mobile and either making them more canonical, so you have to play them, i.e. the new Final Fantasy that's coming out, Unchained, Unbroken, whatever it's, or not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, that's going to lead up to Final Fantasy 3, or Kingdom Hearts 3, what? Kingdom Hearts 3, it all looks the same to me. And then you have... So that's one example of canonical. Another example is having Deus Ex on the fall appear on iOS and Android. First, initially, iPad only, and having story essential elements on a game device that isn't really for gamers. Then you have the microtransaction riddled disasters like Final Fantasy All the Bravest, and then you have like games that like a mix of those. So maybe Kingdom Hearts Unchained or Unbroken or whatever it's called will be the mix, the in-between for those two. But yeah, the second one is you're going to see the games that actually do come out, and a little bit of, maybe sometimes a little bit more information on them. So these are games that Square Enix has published, okay? So we saw a trailer for Just Cause 3, looked pretty cool, looked a lot like Just Cause 2, guys, but I can still be excited for that. Just Cause 2 was just a really cool game where you could just blow everything up. The story wasn't that great. You really just stood around the sandbox destroying everything. I really wish they would... It's like GTA, but more on crack, but like less of the storytelling GTA. Like, I was more encouraged to play GTA 4 and 5 than I would for probably Just Cause 2 and 3. I mean, I know I'm like, you know, getting ahead of myself here in terms... Because, like, we haven't really seen much from the story, but I really doubt it's going to be that good. I'm just going to call it right now. It might be, but... I can assure you it's not going to be too great. You're mostly going to be spending time in the sandbox. Then we got a bunch of RPG trailers, so let's go back to where I was talking about before I completely got ahead of myself. So we got a bunch of RPGs, right? We got the Oceania something or other, Kingdom Hearts, Badudaga, and let's talk about this. Final Fantasy. So in Sony's conference, they showed the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. Everyone's like, whoa! Oh my god, it's so good! Everyone's walls were just covered in jizz. Like, you can hear thousands of orgasming cries, right? So everyone was hyped as hell. So here's what happened on the... I don't know if they're going to edit this in their post-coverage. Or of their, like... They're probably going to upload a video to YouTube. I don't know if they're going to edit it. But this is, like, the best part of the entire conference. I lost my mind. Like, I was just laughing like a maniac. So, they have the final... They say, the translator said, okay, now please welcome Kingdom Hearts 3 director. The director comes out on stage. He starts speaking Japanese. Up to this point, we've had a translator, a British dude, translate everything. There's no translator. The mic must have died. Okay, and all we heard is Kingdom Hearts 3 director, so we're like, he's saying something Japanese. Oh my god, there's gonna be a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then guess what? They show the Final Fantasy VII trailer again! This is a day after, not even 24 hours after the Sony showed it. Oh my god, I was like, everyone in chat and myself, I was just, oh my god, my sides were on fire. I was laughing so hard. And then they really trolled us, like they were like slowly trolled us. Like at first, like, okay, now something for Kingdom Hearts, and then like they didn't say Kingdom Hearts 3 though. They said like Kingdom Hearts, and this is like the Unchained, Unbroken, whatever, mobile game. And I'm like, Oh my god, did they change Kingdom Hearts 3 to be like this? Oh my god, are they releasing Kingdom Hearts 3 on mobile? Did they change the development? They didn't, okay? It's still coming. But oh my god, everyone was losing their minds because, again, it wasn't really properly explained, and so everyone was losing their shit. So then they're like, okay, so I think we should just show you rather than tell you about the Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. But first, everyone's like, ah! But first, a special guest. And like they pan to some pre-recorded video, obviously, in Japan from Disney, and like these marketing execs. Like they literally said like senior sales representative marketing dude, and it's like, oh, thank you. And then the other dude, it's just just show us the trailer. And then they show the trailer, and then everyone's like, yeah. And then they had some characters talk. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game. I probably will get around to playing like 1.5, 2.5, whatever it's called, remix, and then Dream Drops or whatever I need to play, because they apparently look cool. And apparently I guess Quentin Flynn is still doing the voices of one of the characters, which my friend pointed out to me that one of the characters, it seems based on the voice acting that one of the characters from Kingdom Hearts is coming back in this game. So, and Sora is obviously in it, so yeah. It was a lot of walking around and hitting dudes and jumping. I can't say I was really informed. Yeah, and they released a bunch of other things. I'm trying to remember. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. This is the one thing I was looking forward to, and they didn't show me much. Like, all that I got was a bunch. Like, okay, here is in-engine cinematic or something, or some gameplay cinematic, whatever, however they phrased it. It was like it was about 5 minutes long or something, and like 4 of those minutes, like 3.5 minutes, were cinematic trailer-ish looking things, or like cinematics from the game, and then like about a minute was actual gameplay, and it was cut like seconds, like slivers of it in between, and they were barely doing anything. I couldn't even see a HUD for some of it. I just stop it, Square Enix. You guys love to announce things and make these amazing trailers, and you don't tell us crap. Again, I was 15 minutes late for this conference because I thought E3 was over, and then my friend's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta watch the Square Enix." Like, oh, okay, I guess I will. Yeah, I really do not. I'm glad I'm not a Square Enix fan, because I would have probably committed seppuku right there. That is, wow, that was really disappointing. I was expecting something to get me excited for like one of their new games. We got Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I don't have an Xbox One, but I might play that when it comes to PC, because they said it would. It's a time exclusive. Just Cause 3, I might play that. I don't feel like spending $60 because, again, I've been burned on so many games that it's like, oh yeah, the gameplay's great, but the story's eh. Like, I need at least to have a decent story, or the gameplay has to be amazing for me to enjoy it. It has to be one of the two. Story's amazing or gameplay's amazing. You can have everything else be crap, but they have to be very good in one of those regards. Or a mix of, it has to be that, or a mix of good in something else, because it can't just be acceptable for me anymore. It has to be good. Yeah. And of course, you know, Deus Ex. I really like Human Revolution. I can, you know, after reading a lot of reviews from the old original games, I can see a lot of the problems that it had. But this is an opportunity for them to make it better. We barely got any information on this thing. And once again, Bethesda, tons of information. 2-hour-long presentation. So much they talked about. They gave us tons of information. Square Enix is dying. Like, their business model is dying. Let's do this mobile crap. Let's do these announcements of cinematics that are not going to ever, of games that are probably never going to be coming out. They announced like games like years and years ago, and they still haven't released them. Yeah, this model I'm really sick of. It's the old E3, and it's still very much the new E3 at the same time. It's like Ubisoft actually did kind of alright. They showed cinematics and they showed gameplay. Like, they showed the cinematic first, and they're like, oh god, it's cinematic, whatever. And then it's like gameplay, like, oh, thank you, that's cool. I didn't really watch. These are the only two I watched, by the way, the Nintendo and Square Enix one. I didn't really watch the other ones. I kind of watched it in a highlight reel of the others, but overall, I give Square Enix's, for a pure entertainment value, I give it a 7.5, if not an 8. If as far as a gameplay conference goes, I give it a 4. I give it a 4. Oh, we also saw something that was supposed to be from Platinum, a sequel to Nier. I heard that Nier is has gameplay problems, but the story and characters and music are so mind-numbingly good that it's just so it will blow your balls off. Apparently, the feels in that game. So pick that game up before it goes out of stock, because that game came out a while ago, and you might have a trouble finding a new copy, considering that now it's getting a proper sequel. So yeah, go buy those before before your local retailer runs out. So yeah, overall impressions not that good. 4 out of 10. It's just I did say I did enjoy. I will say I did enjoy myself. So that's at least good. Oh my god, I haven't laughed so hard at a terrible press event. Microsoft's from a few years ago was just miserable and just boring. This was just wildly entertaining. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. I might do a wrap-up of my favorites from E3. Maybe, maybe not. I got nothing else better to do, so I probably will. I gotta write all this stuff down, because there's a lot to cover. Fallout 4! Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. I'm out. Oh, and by the way, Tokyo RPG Factory is a terrible fucking name for a game studio.